Welcome, I'm Bree.
And I'm Jeanne.
And we are going to explore,
discover, and experience STEAM.
Yes.
What are we going to do today?
So today we are focusing on engineering.
Oh, that's the E in STEAM.
You got it, Jeanne. Nice.
How are we going to do that?
So we are making, drum roll, rocket balloons.
I think I know some kids that are going to love that.
I know, I'm so excited and I hope you guys at home are too. And while we are doing this activity, be on the lookout for the following STEAM vocab words.
Newton's third law
Pressure.
and thrust.
Okay, so today you are going to learn how different types of forces cause a certain reaction. You'll learn Newton's third law and how it applies to the concepts of pressure and thrust.
That's our 3 vocab words.
Yep, that's it.
So action and
Reaction. Supplies you're going to need: a balloon, a long piece of string, a plastic straw, some paper, scissors, markers and crayons to decorate, and a piece of tape.
So how do we get started?
Okay, so we have our straw. We already decked it out with some fins, so that will help with our stability. This is going to be the body of our rocket. We also have some string, which Jeanne has.
Which we have cut to the length that we will need.
Yeah, so that's up to you guys. You guys can modify it however you want, whether you want it longer or shorter. That's just going to determine the distance that your rocket can potentially fly to. Okay? And then we also have our balloon, which Jeanne also has.
All right.
And that is going to be our fuel for the rocket. And last but not least, we have our tape to piece it all together. Okay, let's get this thing set up.
I'm ready.
Awesome, let's get started. Okay, so we have all of our stuff set up. We have our string. We decided to go really long, but you guys can modify that. So if you want to go further, shorter, up, down, whatever you want. So make sure you thread your rocket and like your straw through the strings before you tie it. And now we are going to attach our fuel with tape and it's going to fly.
Bree, how do we create the fuel?
All right, so good question. And honestly, Jeanne, I didn't know that answer either. But I really wanted to teach this. So I used the skill we used in our last video, if you remember, Code Club and coding, which is problem solving. So I looked and I researched on it. And I found out, when you blow air into the balloon, we're putting gas particles in there. And the more gas particles you put in there, there's gonna be a lot more collision because they're bouncing around and they're hitting each other. And the more collision means the more pressure. So when that pressure is greater inside the balloon than it is outside the balloon, and we release it, we're going into Newton's third law, which means once that air releases, it's going to release rapidly because all that air is trying to match that outside pressure. So that air is going to push on the outside air, and then the outside air is going to push back because Newton's law states that for every action, there's an opposing and equal reaction. So that is our action and reaction that we learned about. So that is what creates our
Thrust.
and that makes our rocket fly, and that's what propels it forward. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's get that fuel going. And then once I figure out where this,
So I've got this pretty full. I'm guessing I'm creating a lot of pressure, created a lot of pressure.
Yes.
And very important, once you blow up the balloon, hold the end closed or all that air is going to escape and you're going to have to start over. So now we're going to attach it to our rocket.
Yep. Make sure you guys are attaching it in the middle. We learned this the hard way. Make sure you guys are attaching it in the middle because if you attach it down here, you're going to close your airway. You're not going to be able to let your fuel out. So we're going to go ahead and attach it.
Okay, it looks like we are ready.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right.
3,
2,
1, blast off.
Oh my gosh, that went really far.
That was super fun, Bree.
Yeah, it was really fun. And you guys can do races at home if you guys want to make it more fun, make it competitive. Race your siblings, your friends, your family, whoever. You guys can also, like I said, alternate it. So if you guys want to change the angle, maybe make it go up, make it go down, go further, go shorter, use different kind of balloons. Maybe one will go faster than a different one. I don't know. This is where you guys get to experiment at home, because we already explored the concepts of how to make a rocket go, and we discovered what works and what doesn't. So now it's your turn to experiment with it at home.
Talk about a great STEAM experience. We did learn a lot.
We did. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you guys did too. And don't forget, we also learned a lot of cool and awesome STEAM vocab words, which were
Newton's third law.
for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Pressure.
Amount of force exerted on the area.
Thrust.
The force or push. Okay, so we hope you had fun exploring how Newton's third law of motion works,
Discovering how different forces create reactions.
and experiencing how applying those concepts can make your rocket balloon fly.
Now it's your turn. Don't forget to tag us on Facebook with your pictures and videos.
All right, and we'll see you next time as we explore,
Discover and
experience
STEAM.
STEAM.
Bye.